Good afternoon. I'm Dilip Thakore, editor of EducationWorld.
Good afternoon. I'm Summiya Yasmeen, managing editor.
Well, here it is, our February issue of EducationWorld on a very important subject, namely the impact that the ubiquitous cell telephone and social media is having on the minds of India's children.
Indeed.
Some 30 years ago, until the liberalization and deregulation of the Indian economy in 1991, the telephone was considered a luxury, which didn't sit well with Indian socialism. So when the cell phone was introduced in India in the new millennium, I was very happy because it was a great luxury, but not because it was a luxury, because it's very helpful for doing one's work. So, but now,
yes,
the cell phone,
without this cell phone, I mean, you can't do without it even for like 10 seconds.
It's become ubiquitous, and worse is that it's got into, to a lower and lower age group.
Yes. The initiation of children using digital screens now is as young as 1 and 2 years old.
Yeah, and parents are perhaps not aware that this is become now a great danger to the mind space and mind share of children. Big tech corporations based in America, such as Google and Meta and others, are now have devised ingenious programs and games and reels and chat forums to keep children engaged all the time on the telephone. So that's having a very adverse effect on the mental health and attention spans of children. So our cover story is about that in this.
We'll tell you more about the cover story a bit later. But Dilip, as usual, should we take our readers, viewers through what we've got in store in our other sections?
Yes.
As always, two very insightful editorials. The first one is Rueful Republic Day Ruminations, almost 75 years after the Republic was founded.
Yes.
I mean, we examine, where India fares on, most importantly, socio-economic and human development indicators. You have to read the edit to know more. And our second edit is even more intriguing. The title, Country Devastating India's Towns.
The country, according to our argument, the country, that is village India, has come to the cities and leveled down India's cities to the level of the village. Anyway, please read it. It's opinion.
Yes, it's very out of the box thinking.
Yes.
It'll get you thinking. And in our education news section, again, we've got education news from across the country. From Delhi, we talk about the UGC's new equity regulations for universities and why it has created an uproar and this protest.
It's quite amazing that in India's higher education institutions, instead of thinking about new 21st century innovations and and concepts and debates, they're still agitated over caste. I feel sorry for...
Still a big factor, caste discrimination.
Yes.
From Telangana, we talk about the father-son duo, Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu and Nara Lokesh, the Education Minister. We talk about some of the grand education plans they've announced. But then we ask the most important question, will execution match the promise?
Yes, indeed. And in Tamil Nadu, they're going back and forth over the issue of closing down schools with very small number of children.
Yes.
And what are the implications of that?
And in West Bengal, there's a lot of chatter about the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls, and education is impacted in a very big way because the people conducting the SIR are teachers
who are being hauled out en masse
out of classrooms. And this is especially a very important time because this is when the class 10 board exams are supposed to take place, and how it's disrupting the schedule.
Yes, and yes, indeed.
And as usual, also in our education notes and brief sections, we've got some very interesting education snippets.
Around the country.
Yes, and two very interesting institution profiles on two top-ranked schools, the Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya Gwalior, which is ranked India's #1 girls boarding school, and Greenwood High International, which is ranked among India's
Bangalore.
top 3
Yes, Bangalore.
day-come boarding schools.
Yes.
Expert comment this time is
Quite
very
interesting.
yeah.
It says that religious practices are so many holidays, so many occasions, so much revelry on religiously important days is impeding India's economic development.
Yes.
Written by S.P. Mishra, who runs
worth
Career.
debating and
Yes,
thinking about.
Yes, certainly food
And
for thought.
in our cover story, like Dilip said before, Dilip,
Yes.
we are advocating and we're making a case to ban big tech mind-blowing India's children and youth.
Yeah. Following
yes,
Australia's example, and now recently also France.
Yes.
And President Macron was here a few days ago, and he said that in France they're going to impose a ban on
children under 16 accessing social media.
But the big thing is the onus is now shifting from parents to the big tech companies.
Yes.
And they are being asked to use age recognition software and to prevent children from signing up as subscribers.
Yeah.
And they should be. And
yes.
we believe that should be the case also.
And for instance, in Australia, if these big mega tech corporates don't follow these instructions of restricting children under 16 from accessing their social media platforms, they're liable to pay massive fines,
heavy fines, yes.
Millions of dollars.
Yes, and here the good thing is that the onus is now on the companies to make sure that children below the age of 15, 16, whatever, don't sign up as subscribers.
Yes.
Earlier it was the parents had to take. So I think this is a very important shift in the burden of compliance is shifted from parents now to companies.
Yes.
They have to make sure that young children don't access, and they also which will force them also to moderate their content so that it's not addictive. It's both seductive and addictive.
Yeah.
So now they'll have to moderate their content and make sure that very young children don't spend hours and hours watching reels and chat rooms and so on, which is hurting their academic learning.
Academic,
plus,
social, emotional
yes,
well-being, everything.
Yes.
Their physical development, health.
Yeah, they don't play games. They're all the time stuck with their phones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Increasing number of children are reporting with myopia. They're having vision problems. So it has wide-ranging physical, social, educational, as well as mental impact on children.
Yeah. So here in support of our case that big tech should be banned from beaming stuff for young children and teens, we've got a galaxy of educationists who support our case. So please read this story. It's a very important story for parents, educators, policy makers to read.
Yes. And teacher to teacher also, Dilip, insightful essay from Mr. Kuldeep Sharma,
yes,
who talks about 5 necessary skills.
Yeah, he's the pro-chancellor.
employers.
We should say who he is. He's the pro-chancellor of the Medhavi Skill University. And he says
5 skills that employers want from graduates.
Yes, and now the plain vanilla graduate is totally out of date. And if you are a plain vanilla graduate and you haven't done any skills courses or enhanced your skills through self-learning, you're in trouble. Employers are not going to shortlist you for employment.
Yes. And in our special report this time we have the top 10 preschools as per our Education World Grand Jury India preschool rankings. So these are across various parameters, including campus design excellence, India's most respected early childhood education brand, teacher parent student engagement, etc. these are distinct from the main survey, Education World India
which are
Preschool
done
Rankings
by way of an opinion
parameters.
poll. This
Yes.
is a grand jury of experts
Who have-
ranking schools which are not so well known and who can self-nominate themselves.
Yes.
Right.
And we also have a pictorial essay. Recently in January, we had organized our 13th Early Childhood Education Conference in Bangalore and the Education World India Preschool Rankings Awards. So Dilip, we had fantastic participation, over 400 preschool educators, leaders
Yes.
from across 76 cities convened in Bangalore and discussed it, deliberated on how early childhood education can be put right up number one on the national education agenda.
This is a very important development, because for the first time in many years, heavy focus is laid on early childhood education, which until around about 2010, when Education World started writing about it, was a totally unknown quantity. So now people are focused on the great importance of early childhood education,
Yes.
which in my opinion is even more important than primary, secondary education, because it lays the very foundations of future learning. So this is a very good development that's happened in Indian education, that early childhood education and care, ECCE, has received fantastic importance.
Yes. In our book section, we have a book review, Planning for India, Urbanization, talking about how India's urbanization growth, especially of its metros, has been haphazard, and it examines the causes, reasons, and gives plausible solutions.
It's a very important subject, because India's cities are deteriorating year by year. The question is, how do you plan make them better? I mean, how do we save the country's cities? So this provides some pointers.
Yes, and as usual, right at the end, a very interesting, sensational postscript page. We won't say much. We invite you to read it. We've got some, you'll enjoy it.
Yes.
And as usual, in our Parents World, we've done a very timely cover story.
Also on
yes, on technology, how
AI.
Parents can leverage artificial intelligence for better parenting.
So in our cover story in Education World, we are warning against the dangers of AI, and here we are saying that how parents can ride the AI wave and become better parents.
But Dilip, our cover story comes with a warning. We say yes, use AI empowered, AI enabled apps to reduce parenting stress, to automate lots of things, schedule routine tasks, etc. But we say that don't think that it can substitute parental attention, care, and emotional support.
Yes,
that's most important. It cannot be substituted by a thinking machine.
We're saying that AI is a tool. It's not. It's a servant. It's not a master.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's Education World and Parents World for you. Look forward to receiving feedback from you. Look forward to engaging in meaningful discussions on how we can achieve our objective, which is to build the pressure of public opinion to make education the number one item on the national agenda.
And essentially to ride the AI wave, which everybody is talking about now.
Yes.
Thank you.